environment, finding the scenario, writing the test cases, executing the test cases. If you are finding any defect, then we have to log the defect and we have to work with the developer. If then after that you have to do again testing, that is called retesting. Okay, so until unless it will defect free, then we have to test our application to make our application having the defect free. Okay, so once again, let me, yes. So one very important question is, and we are doing that also, okay, in our profile we are also doing what is retesting and regression testing. Okay, so in the real time we are the part of this retesting and regression testing. So what when you have to do retest, right? So what happened? Requirement gathering, then developer had developed the code, developer has done unit testing, everything is working fine, then they will make the exe file and they will deploy application on your test environment. Then we are getting the fresh build, that is called build. Then build is working fine. Okay, so I we have to do a smoke testing. A smoke testing means we are going to test the critical functionality of the application. Then everything is working fine, but while doing the testing, right? Okay, so now after a smoke testing we have to do functional testing, right? Functional testing means we are going to test each everything we are going to test in the application. While doing the functional testing you are getting the defect. Got it, right? While doing the functional testing we are getting the defect. That defect we have to log to the developer. Then developer will work on that, they will try to fix that defect. Then again that defect that again they will developer will assign to you to retest. That is called retesting. Got it, right? So while doing the functional testing, if you are finding any defect, that defect, right, then we have to log to the developer and developer will fix that defect. Again it will come to you. That is called retesting. So it is a type of testing in which one will perform the testing on the same functionality again and again with multiple set of the data in order to come to conclusion whatever it is working fine or not. Or retesting is a process to check a specific test cases that are found with bug in the final execution. Right, generally tester find this bug while testing the software application and assign to the developer to fix it. Then developer fix the bugs and assign back to the tester for your verification. This continuous process is called retesting. Anyone having any doubt what is the retesting? So this is the important interview question. What happened? My system is stuck. Okay, so next one more question is there, what is the regression testing? And one more interview question is there, what is the difference between retesting and regression testing? Okay, so what is the regression testing? To try to understand the difference. So what happened, sometime like I can give you the example of Flipkart or Mintra or Amazon or any website you can take. So client requirement is that they want to add some new functionality on the application. Got it, right? So before my application is only able to log in by only email ID, but I want to also add some new functionality in my application. Users are able to use mobile number also to log in the application. Before it was not there in my application. So new features are added right in the application. Then again developer will do same work. It will he will do unit testing and he will deploy the in testing environment. Then after that we will do what we can do. We after uh, doing if it is a not a if it is a not a fresh build, right? So we will do sanity testing. Sanity testing means we are only checking the important functionality. While doing the functional testing, we are not going to the functional testing, we will do regression testing. Regression testing means you have to test new functionality or old functionality. It won't be impact whatever, like developer have added the features how to log in your login when you are going to log in. So we are able to log in by the mobile number as well. So that impact, it should not impact into the another functionality, that is called your regression testing. So whenever some new features are added to the application next build to release, then the test engineer will check all the related functionality, or uh, all the functionality of the those new features once again in order to confirm whatever they are working fine or not. Or regression testing is a type of software testing to execute to check whether the code changes has not unfavorable disturbed current features and function of an application. Sorry. Sorry. In the simple word, what we can tell, whatever the new features will be there, it should not impact on the old features. That is called your regression testing. So this is very important question. What is the difference between retesting and regression testing? So we already know, right, what is the difference between retesting and regression testing. The purpose of regression testing is that new code changes should not have any side effect of existing functionality. Got it right? So the purpose of regression testing is the new code changes should not have any side effect into the existing functionality. Retesting is done on the basis of defect fixes, right? Defect verification is not a part of regression testing. Defect verification is the part of retesting. So based on the project and availability of the resources, regression testing can be carried out the parallel with retesting. Means whatever I am going to tell you, based on the project availability resources, regression testing can be carried out the parallel. Might we have to do parallelly, we can also do. It depend upon the company requirement or team, what the company and team are going to follow. But here we can do the priority wise. So this is the first priority to retest the retesting is the higher than regression testing, right? So I am work see what happened. Amazon have I have given the example of Google. uh, Earlier before 1 week ago, 1 week ago, Gmail was down, right? So what happened, they will engineers will check why this issue came. Then they can monitor and they can try to they found the issue and they fix it. Then they will tell to the tester, hey, can you retest this application, it is working fine or not. So this is called your higher than regression testing. This is important, very important, if you will compare to regression testing and retesting, right? You can do automation for regression testing. Manual testing could be expensive. Definitely, any application is developed only one times, and after that we are providing the maintenance, right? So when you will do regression testing manually, it will take more time because you have to test both functionality, new functionality and existing functionality. Got it right? So that's why automation is required in the industry for saving the time for this manual task. Got it right? So you cannot do automation test cases for retesting. Again, it depend upon the company requirement. We can do also, but retesting, while doing the retesting we are going to automate, sorry, we are going to do manually. So this is the difference between retesting and regression testing. Okay. So this is the this so I will tell you, this is the job you have to do. Okay, you have to do smoke testing, you have to do sanity testing, you have to do functional testing, you have to do regression testing, you have to do retesting. So these are the testing you guys are going to perform when you will get the job. Got it right? So this all the terminology and this testing concept must be clear. Accordingly, you are able to work in the company, right? So now again we having the what is the security testing. So security is very important, right? So if we will not test properly and your client is your banking domain and you did not test properly, then what happen? Not only for banking domain, others domain also, right? E-commerce domain, if you will not test properly, then it will be a huge loss, right? So in this type of the testing, one will test whether the application is properly protected or not. To do some black box testing, so test engineer will implement all the types of testing. So what they can do inside this security testing, they will do authentication testing. Can I log in your bank account? No, right? You are only authorized person to log in your account. You cannot log in my account. I am only the authorized person to log in my account. So here that is called your authentication testing. So this is the type of testing in which one will enter the different combination of users and password and check whether only authorized people are accessing or not. Okay. Direct URL testing. So here also that URL stuff you can see. I'll show you one more thing. So they having the some secure certification here. You can say here some HTTPS. So this is one certification is there, that is secure certificate. You can see some lock option is there, right? So this website is secure. Auth user. So if you will learn the API testing, you can understand more, authorization and stuff, right? But no worry about that. So you can see this is the, and some of the website you can see they are not using this SSL certificate. That is called SSL certificate. So actually all the website, mostly 95% website having this SSL certificate. Okay. So got it right? So this all the things we have to do for direct URL testing. This type of in which it will enter direct URL secure page, that is called secure page, and check whether sometime what happened, this SSL certificate will expired, so it will not work properly. Okay, you will get some message. Before you will get the message and all, your SSL certificate is going to expire. So this all the things we have to test. Okay, for inside the security testing, that is called direct URL testing. Got it right? So it is a type of testing in which one will enter the direct and some URL secure page and check whether they are able to access them or not. Firewall testing. So this is a type of testing in which one will enter into the application as a one level of the users will try to access. uh, Here we are trying to, here we are trying to break the application as a security level. Got it right? Hackers are there, right? So how they are hacking this application. So this type of the testing they will do. Try to uh, use multiple types of the users. So when it's the limit and check uh, it is able to access or not. That is called security testing. One more testing is there, that is called exploratory testing. We have discussed ad hoc testing, but ad hoc testing we are going to test, but here exploratory testing means someone having the very good domain knowledge. What do you mean of domain? E-commerce domain, banking domain, right? Airlines domain. So these are the domains. So some of the people are having, that is called, that people we can tell SME. They are very expert in healthcare domain. So they are trying to explore the application, how our application is good. So it is a type of testing in which one will domain expert test the application. Domain expert test the application without having the knowledge of the application, right? Without having the knowledge of the exploring the application means they are trying to explore. Okay, so having the basics knowledge of some concept and doing something and knowing more about of that. Like you join some company, you did not work on the healthcare domain. So so someone will give you the KT means knowledge transfer to you, and they will tell you, hey, these are the document and can you explore your knowledge. They will tell you these are the document and can you explore your knowledge. Then okay, you will go and you will understand the domain, how these domains are working and how this all the functionality is working. So you will try to explore, might be if you are very interesting to explore the things, and after few years you are very expert on that domain, right? So that is called exploratory testing, all about of discovery, investigation, learning. Got it right? Yes. Hello? Yes. You are going to tell something? Okay. Please mute in your side, okay? Okay, so if you're having any question, unmute and ask me. Okay, no issue. Okay, so exploratory testing means it is all about of discovery, investigation, learning. Test cases are not created in the advance. Here we are not going to test creating any test cases. First, we are trying to understand how this domain, how this functionality is going to work. We can explore, and after that understanding the all the functionality, we can write the test cases, we can execute the test cases and all. So that is called exploratory testing. They may note down the idea about what to test before test execution. The focus on the exploratory testing is more on the testing as a thinking activity. We are going to explore, and we can also try to find the test coverage for that domain. Okay, so that is called your exploratory testing. When use exploratory testing, so the testing team has experience tested, early iteration is required, there is a critical application, new tester enter into the team. So these are the, when we are getting this stuff, then we can do that. What are the challenges of exploratory testing? So learning to use the application or software test system is the challenge. Yeah, if you are very new in the any application, then learning is the big challenge, right? Determining whether the tools need to be used can be challenging, right? Definitely determine the best test cases to execute can be handled, right? So if you're having the some critical scenario, then that is also a little bit challenges. Documentation of all event during the execution is difficult, right? And while doing the writing the test cases, executing the test cases, and you have to document all the things, so this is the bit challenges, right? One more testing is that is end-to-end scenario. I will tell end-to-end scenario or end-to-end testing. So what is this? Open your email application, okay, or any bank application, log in, check your balance inquiry, log out and close the application. This all the testing you are doing in the one flow, that is called end-to-end testing. It is a type of testing in which one will perform the testing on the end-to-end scenario of the application, right? So open the application, log in, any site you can take. Okay, you can find the any into scenario. Like I open the email, send to email to you, right, or send email to someone. Or you can see when you are having some, you are going to reset your password. So when you will log in your Gmail, they will ask you to, then again you can click on the forget password, then it will come to one link on your mail. Again you can go and check the link, and again you have to click on that and you can reset that password, and again log in your Gmail application. You can check your password is reset or not. That is called your end-to-end testing. You can take multiple scenario like that. Okay, so this is again load testing. So I will explain to you. This is we already explained to you what is the load testing. So from here I will, you know, okay. So load testing is also part of your non-functional testing. So I will tell you the profile regarding your job in IT, sorry, in software testing. So we have a two profile. One is your functional testing and one is your non-functional testing, right? So your profile is going to become a functional. You are the functional tester. In the future, if you want, you can learn many tools are there for performance testing. But I will suggest you, if you are the functional testing, go to the automation. Okay, so so that is, you know, very good a step if you know the end-to-end process. In the future, if you want to get the opportunity to work for performance testing or any stuff, so you can do, not a big deal. Okay, so in this type of the testing, one will give the initially some load and gradually increase the load in order to find the critical load if the initial load is greater than target load or load is passed. So I will explore this load testing later. What is the installation testing? So we already know, right? While we are going to deploy the application in the dev environment to test environment, right? So that is called your installation testing. Then we can check that it is installed properly or not. In this type of the testing, one will perform the testing on the application. It is installing into the environment by and following the guidelines provided in the deployment document. Here who are there? Sometime developer is also doing, sometime DevOps engineers are there to do all the this steps, right? In order to confirm whenever those suitable. If you having the big application, so we have another team that is called DevOps team. So DevOps team is going to take care of all these things. Got it, right? So this is your installation testing. So after installation, this they will also check it is properly installed or not. So what is the non-functional testing? So functional testing means we are going to do the we are going to do uh, validating the functionality and all, right? That is called your functional testing. Non-functional testing means we are going to do load testing, we are going to do reliability testing, we are going to do a stress testing, endurance testing. So these are the part of non-functional testing. So non-functional testing is a type of testing check non-functional aspect. So what we can test? Performance, usability, reliability of the software of the application. It is designed to test the readiness of the system and as per the non-functional parameter which are never addressed by the functional testing. Whatever the parameter we are going to test in the non-functional testing, it is not addressed in your functional part. That's why it is mandatory to do non-functional testing. So non-functional testing, non-functional people are the different people are there to do this non-functional testing. That means we having the different team that is called non-functional testing team or performance team. Okay, so in the big MNC company they are having the different team to check the performance of the application. An excellent example of non-functional testing would be to check how many people are simultaneously logging into the software, and non-functional testing is equally important as a functional testing effect to the client satisfaction. So these are the terminology. We already discussed everything. For non-functional testing, parameters are there. So security, reliability, survivability. So security means we are going to test the security, how the secure, how your application is reliable. Survivability, how your application, parameter check the software that continue to function to recover. Means if your application will be crash, are you able to recover or not? That is called survivability testing. A scalability, how you can scale up your application, means the term refer to degree in which any software application can expand in processing the capacity to meet increased demand. Here we having the capacity to my application is handled 1 lakh users. If 1 lakh users will log in application, or 1 lakh users will use application, then what is the, you know, this is the my capacity, but I will also try to expand the capacity, right? What will happen if more than 1 lakh users will come on your my website? And usability testing, the age of which the age which the user can learn, you know, how your application is user friendly, means anyone can use your application. Any non-technical guys are also able to use your application, right? So that is called usability testing, how your application is user friendly, so the is which the user can learn, operate, prepare input and output through the interaction with system. This check the usability testing. Again, the what is performance testing? So this is the, again, we having the, in this type of the testing, one will give the request to the service server. uh, when we are going to do you know, I will show you one code, sorry, for API testing. So what happened here, we are going to check the performance of the application, how your application is performing. So in this type of the testing, one will give the request to the server in order to find the response time. If response time is less than our expected time, then what happen? Performance testing is pass, otherwise fail. The focus, like, you know, we having the some tools, so we can check the response time. Okay, how? I having the response time to 1 second. If I will hit the request, then it will, we will get the response within 1 second. So our test case is pass. If I hit the request, I am getting response, it will take like more than 1 second, our test case is fail, right? My requirement is response will come back, response will get within the one, within the 1 second only, right? So these all the things we are going to test in the performance testing. So so you can see this is the, I will teach you in the API testing. So I already told you, I will also teach you the sorry, sorry, API testing as well. So and this is the one request sheet there. Okay, this is the URL, and you can see when I will hit the request, it will hit in the server and we will get the response here, right? So here you can see, here we having the timing, right? How much time it will take? It take only this hour, this minute, right? Minute, second. Got it, right? So this all the things we will going to test here. Okay, you can see here many things are there in, this is the part of API testing. So I will teach you, okay, don't worry, I will also teach you this API testing, no worry at all. Okay, so you can, if you will add the API knowledge also in your resume, you will get more calls. Okay, so you can when you will know functional testing, and when you know API testing, your profile is very good in the market and you will get many calls. Okay, so we are going to test the speed, scalability and stability, how this all the part of performance testing. Why we do the performance testing? So if you will not do the performance testing, your application, you know, performance is poor in your production environment, then user will not come on your portal to use this, right? So everybody is busy right now, they are not, they will not wait for a second also, right? So performance testing is also important for any application. So performance testing is done to provide the stakeholder with information about of their application regarding the speed, stability and a scalability. More importantly, performance testing is uncovered that need to improve before the product goes to the market. Yeah, definitely. We have to do performance testing before your product is going to the live. So without performance testing, software is likely to suffer some issues such as running slow while several users use simultaneously, inconsistency across the different operating system, and poor usability. Performance testing will determine whether or not their software meet a speed, a stability requirement under the expected workload. Okay, applications sent to the market with poor performance metrics due to non-existing or poor performance testing are likely to gain a bad reputation and fail to meet your expectation sale goals, right? So also the mission critical application like the space launch program or life-saving medical equipment should be the performance tested to ensure that they run for a long period of time, without deviating. So this all the things is, performance testing is required not only for software, and we can also use this performance stuff in the any product. If performance is not good, then what will happen? We can lose our business. So we having the performance tool HP load runner, JMeter, NeoLoad, WebLoad, load viewer testing. So these are the tools if you will join as a performance test engineer, but you will get the job as a functional testing. Don't worry about it. If you guys want to explore, then you can explore. So this is the types of performance testing: load testing, stress testing, endurance testing, volume testing, scalability testing. Okay, so today my throat is not, I'm able to speak properly because of cold. Okay, so I already sent you the uh, notes, right? Hello, 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 are you there? Please unmute. Yes, yes. Actually my throat. Yeah, yeah. So I will stop my session. Okay, some background noise is coming, some construction is going. Okay, and my throat is today is little bit be having the cough. Okay. No, no, no. I'm not going anywhere. Okay, so that is working from home and all. So one lady was there. No, his name is in your session. See.